Hello everyone. Alright, so I'm just testing this out. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm just gonna start a game with Pushy Discovery. Or start playing. Okay, so he's playing this kind of interesting fianchetto structure. I think I can go for e5 here. Because if he like takes, I can go here. Now maybe d4? Or knight c3? Okay. I guess I can just take on d4. Okay, so we have this interesting position. Hmm. Okay, so I want to try to win d6. Not quite sure how to do that yet, but we'll see. Gonna actually stop knight b5 first. Hey, Liam. Okay, so he wants to take on f7. Okay. Gonna play like this. So he doesn't want to take, which means, yeah, that's interesting. I want to kind of try to trade pieces since he's kind of attacking me right now. I think I kind of just blundered though. Oh, well, he missed it. Um, yeah, I think I can play like this now, and I'm not really blundering anything. Okay, so he has a bishop versus a knight. I think I'm okay here though. I am a bit low on time. That's not great. Okay. Okay, bye, Liam. Thanks for following. Hmm. So far, I'm doing okay against this FIDE master. Okay. Oh, I think I just blundered. Never mind. I am not doing okay. If he finds rook e7, I'm screwed. Okay, he didn't find it, so I'm doing fine then. Just gonna take this. That's a free pawn, I think. Okay, I'm gonna get to counterproductive hams challenge in a moment. I'm currently in the middle of this game, so don't want to start a new game yet. I think I have to go like back here or something. So you can't go like rook e7 attacking h7 because I can take on a1. So that's a key point. So maybe he wants to do that, like I predicted. And now I need to figure a way to stop his idea. So I'm gonna go here and then rook d7. Okay. Maybe he trades queens, but then I'm up a pawn in an endgame. I don't think I can lose. That is interesting. What to do? Is he going like rook c7 or something? I don't know. I'm just gonna double up. I'm still up on time. Okay. Not quite sure what that does. I'm gonna try to trade queens. I think I'm okay here. Oh, does he have a perpetual? That would be bad. Actually, I don't think he does. Goes rook c. Okay, I'm just gonna take the two rooks. It's getting a bit laggy here, which isn't great. Let's see what happens. Okay, I flagged him. That's nice. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna play against counterproductive ham. By the way, guys, anyone can challenge me in either 3-minute or 5-minute games. Just challenge me and I'll accept it once I'm done with the ongoing game. So good luck. Okay, so this is a theoretical line. Not sure if he knows it, but I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, so that's not a great move, but we'll just play normal chess. Play h3 so I can play bishop e3 now, so there's no knight g4. I'm just going to develop and maybe castle queenside and launch an attack. Okay, I'm going to try to change my pawn structure so it's pointing that way. Okay, now he has this weak pawn on e4. He does always have c5 as a potential pawn break in the center. I'm gonna kind of see what I can do here. So if I go like knight g3, maybe c5 comes. So I'm not sure I want to allow that because c5 it undermines the e5 pawn. I guess if c5, I can just go c3. So b5 looks like a very weird move. I'm just gonna point all my pieces at the king side. I'm gonna castle king side because he's kind of marching his pawns towards the queen side, and I don't really want to castle into that right now. Okay, I'm gonna try to attack him right now. Probably wants to play h6, or else I'm gonna take. He doesn't play h6, so I'm just gonna take, and then I'm gonna take on b3. So now I'm up 3 pawns, so I think I'm good. 4 pawns. Can I set up like a mating attack like that? I think I can. Don't think he wants to take, because if he takes Queen H4, and I think I'm winning. That looks like a pretty classic mating attack. Yeah, I think this is winning. Oh, well, here's a tactical combination. See if any of you guys can find it. Yeah, there's a mate in 2 right now. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Bishop G6. Okay. So he wants a rematch. Sure. Okay, so we have a Sicilian. Yeah, maybe this will become an adoption if no one else challenges me. Okay, so he plays this Maroxy bind structure. Let me see. I'm just gonna play knight c6 and kind of just set up normally. Okay, so he plays d3, which doesn't really make sense to me. Should have probably just played d4. I'm attacking b2 with bishop g7. He doesn't see it, which is a problem because now I'm gonna get that rook. Queen b3, what does that do? I think I can just take. Yeah, rip your rook. I'm just gonna move my bishop all the way back, so it's kind of safe. Now I'm up a rook, so I want to kind of trade pieces. So I'm going to force a trade like that. Okay, I gain a temple, maybe knight b4. I'm just going to develop my pieces. Okay, that's unfortunate for him. Castle, my king is safe. I'm up a rook. Everything's going well. I'm just going to kick that knight again so I can play knight c6. Okay, there's a loose pawn there. Okay, I'll get to what? No draw offer. I'll get to Ryan 426's game soon. I'll get to your game soon, Ryan 426. I'm gonna see if I can mate him with this cheapo on h2, just to see if I can end the game quicker. Okay, so I play bishop g3 to block the exit square, and now I'm going in. Yeah, this is a mate in 2. Okay. Sorry, I cannot rematch yet. I want to move on to Ryan 426's game. Give everyone a chance. If anyone wants to challenge me in either 3-minute or 5-minute, just feel free to do so. I will get to you as soon as possible. Yeah, I do believe I missed a 2-move mate earlier. Not very thinking too concretely right now. I'm just trying to play good moves. Okay, I will get to your game soon. Bishop b4. That's a pre-move, right? Yeah, Yeah, that's gotta be a pre-move. So that's unfortunate for him. He was probably expecting c takes d4 and then he wanted to go bishop b4 back in this position. He probably expected me to go here, but instead I play e5, which is another variation. Yeah, you pre-move that. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Okay. Moving on to this game. Okay, we have our first 5-minute game today. That means I can play a bit slower, maybe talk a bit more. We'll see how it goes. Okay, what to do? I'm just going to play the main line. I will rematch you after this game. I will play everyone after I have tried to play everyone once. I will rematch you guys again. Okay, so I believe this is a time and off Sicilian. Oh, okay. I don't believe this is a time and off Sicilian, but I believe I should take here. Take and then go e5. I think that's the way to play. When he goes there, I go here. I believe that's what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not very great with openings. Kind of just play what looks right. Hi everyone, we're at 9 viewers right now, which is awesome. I'm hoping we can reach 10. So maybe... Okay, thank you, Ryan. Thank you. So maybe if you have any friends, just let them know I'm streaming right now. Just want to kind of get to 10. I made a bet with my friends in real life that they said I wouldn't get to 10 viewers at once. I kind of want to get to 10 viewers, so let's hope for the best. So right now my queen on d6 is very strong because I'm stopping him from castling, and he can't go queen e7 because of his knight. So that's probably why he moved his knight away. But I guess I can just play b3 here. So if he goes here, I meet it with bishop a3, and then I have this dominant bishop on d6 instead. So that's my idea here. Thanks. Yeah, I hope I win the bet too. Okay, c5 was a great move by my opponent. It opens up the bishop. Also kind of traps my dark square bishop on d6 a bit. So I'm just going to castle so I protect g2 at the same time and get my king out of the way, get my rooks connected. Okay, so originally my bishop on d6 was pretty good. Now it's kind of trash. It's kind of just stuck there. So that's not good. So I want to kind of trade off his good bishop and maybe get like a good bishop versus bad knight scenario. We'll see. So Ryan and counterproductive ham, I will get to you guys after this game. Oh, that's a good move because I cannot en passant him because then he takes my bishop. Or if I en passant and he takes, I could take his knight. So I think I'm fine actually. If he goes knight c2, I go rook c1, I think. Oh, well. I think I almost blundered there. I think I'm winning now. I'm gonna protect g7, so even though he went like king f7 and now he's gonna get the pawn, I get to trade off a pair of rooks, which is good for me since now I'm up a pawn. Maybe not for too long though. So I'm gonna get d7 if he takes here. So he doesn't take, which means now he has to take, and then I'm gonna take d7. This is actually a very unclear rook endgame, because his passed pawn is pretty good, so I don't really know. think this is going to end up being a situation where we kind of trade each other's passed pawns, like one takes the other. Okay, so because he played that, he's going to go b2. I'm going to take, he's going to go there. Or he's just going to take directly. That's good too. So I am up a pawn, but there's a lot of drawing chances in this endgame. Not good for me. Huh. Let's see, we want to try to set up a favorable pawn structure here so that we can try to win, obviously, but I'm gonna think for a second here. So obviously my pawns are better than his because his are kind of like distant. They're not protecting each other. So I would want to win the H pawn. So I'm gonna try to figure out how can I do that right now. I do like my rook, but it's not in the best place. I would like it on like the G file, cutting the king off. I'm gonna go rook b8. It's kind of a flexible move, and maybe I can go here, like right now. And let's see what he does. So if he goes this way, then I'm gonna go after that pawn. Yeah, and vice versa. If he went there, I would have tried to get e5. Okay, I'm gonna play h4, kind of like securing that weakness. Oh, yeah, I think actually he needed to use his rook to maybe like go over there or something, but now I think I win h5 forcefully. So I think I'm gonna win now. Up 2 pawns in a rook endgame. That's enough to do it. Alright. Resigns. So I'm gonna give you guys maybe like 30 seconds. If anyone else wants to challenge me right now, I will play you before anyone else who has challenged me already. Alright, I'm just gonna play with Ryan426 now. Good luck. Let's see what opening we get this time. Okay, so this is a Najdorf line. It's highly theoretical. So bishop c4 is not the best move here, since it kind of just runs into b5, b4. Let's see, if I play b4 here, it could be a little greedy since I have a lot of like undeveloped pieces, but I think I'm just gonna go for it because if his knight moves, I get e4. I think it works. So I think he has to castle and go f4, f5 real quick, which is exactly what he's doing. So if he wants to go like well, maybe he wants to kick my knight first. I'm gonna go knight c5 because I want to put my bishop on b7, and if the knight's not on c5, there could be some like sacks on e6, which is not pleasant. I'm gonna play d5. That was a free tempo, and then I'm gonna use my knight here to trade off his bishop. So technically I don't really have too many defenders on the king side, but I should be safe for now. You should probably go f5 here. I'm gonna try to meet it with e5 and like e4 maybe. Okay, knight g3 is a good move. He's going for like knight h5 here, attacking my bishop. I'm just gonna go g6. I stop f5 and I also stop knight h5. So it's like a stops both ideas. Alright, so I'm looking at both my chess game right now as well as my Twitch stream. Is the Twitch stream like kind of delayed almost? Do you guys know if like it's a stream is delayed or anything? Because for me, I am seeing everything is delayed for me, but I don't know about you guys. Hi, Grandmaster Noob. Okay, so I'm currently up a pawn in this Sicilian. I have a good bishop here, eyeing at g2. I wish I could get my queen to like d5 and just attack that. So I'm just going to move my knight out of the way, and queen d5 is coming next. I'm also pressuring d4, so he can't just like move there or something. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, it's delayed. Yeah, I'm just going to go queen d5. He can't go knight f3 because I take, but I can't really see any other way to defend g2. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get the exchange now. Okay, good game. So I currently have a challenge from Counterproductive Ham. I've already played you though, so if anyone else wants to challenge me, I am going to accept your challenge first. So I'm going to wait a bit to let the delay kick in so you guys get the message. Just going to wait maybe a minute, I think. See if anyone else challenges me. If no one else challenges me, I'm just going to accept Counterproductive Ham's challenge of 3 minutes. Okay, Edwin. Edwin, if you are watching this, I want 3-minute or 5-minute games. I don't have time to play 10-minute games. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, my layout is kind of messed up. It's my first time. Okay, thank you, Edwin. Good luck. Thanks for challenging in 3 minutes instead. Oh, we're not friends yet. Sent you a friend request. Awesome. Okay, so we have a King's Indian. This is gonna be a same-ish King's Indian, where he goes for an early knight c6 compared to castling. We're already out of theory. I don't think bishop d7 is great. It doesn't really help the position, and now he gives up a pawn, so that's not great. Normally in the King's Indian, the bishop is actually perfectly fine on c8, so you don't need to move it to d7 so early. That's a of course there's like exceptions. There's certain variations where this will not be the case, but Many times you don't move the bishop out so early. It's not one of your main priorities because you just kind of want it on this diagonal, and if it's on that diagonal, then you're fine. Okay, c5 is a good move. If I en passant, kind of let his pieces come out. So I'm just going to move back, and now he has the slightly weak pawn on d6 because it's backwards. I can't really get to it. I could try to go like that, but we'll just see. I kind of want to get castled first. Um, I'm not sure if before knight e8 and f5 was the plan. Um, in that variation, actually is knight c6 and e5, but like bishop d7 was kind of just like a random move thrown in there. Yes, but sometimes f5 is the general idea in the King's Indian, so not necessarily knight e8. It all depends on where you want your knight afterwards. Sometimes you can go to h5 and play, well, not like that, play f5 in King's Indian mainline. Yeah, actually, you might be right about that. I don't know too much about the King's Indian mainline, but it probably is the idea then. Yeah, you're probably right. So I play queen d2. I want to play bishop h6 to like trade off the bishops. Actually, you know what? I don't really want to do that because that would kind of leave my duck squares a bit weak. Even though his fianchettoed bishop is doing very well, mine is actually a pretty important defender because without it, my duck squares would be pretty bad. Yeah, Ryan, you are correct. h6, knight h7, f5 also works in some positions. So he's going a6. I'm just going to go a5, shut everything down. So you might see I'm not really calculating too much. I'm not really like looking for tactical combinations. I'm not setting up any traps. I'm just like, I just see my opponent's idea and I just shut it down, right? So he doesn't have b5 anymore. Yeah, you may be right. Without the dark squared bishop, his position doesn't make too much sense. But he can still try to get some stuff done, like maybe like this, and like there's all sorts of ideas. I just don't want to take any risks right now. I'm just playing good chess. Now I'm gonna go a5. I've kind of secured this weakness on b7. Okay, queen e5. It's okay. Here I'm gonna take the chance to improve my bishop. And unfortunately, my opponent is going to flag before I actually beat him. He only has a few seconds left. Okay, so I played h3 to stop like knight g4 ideas. At this point, I can basically do anything and he'll just flag. So that's unfortunate. And that is game over. Okay, good game, Edwin. So now I'm just gonna see who's the next person to challenge me. Okay, I'm just gonna play you. Good luck. 5-minute game. I am black. So this is most likely gonna turn out to be a King's Indian. We'll see which variation it's gonna be. I'm just playing standard moves at this point. Okay, so we have this kind of bishop f4 setup. It's almost like a London. It's not really a London. So here there's many ways to play the position. I'm going to play this weird move I've seen before, which is knight d7 with the idea e5 directly. And then you have like f5, g5, and you're really going at their king side. Yep, so the next move is just f5. Yeah, he probably wanted 10 minutes because, like, he would flag, but I don't want to give one person too much time. I want to kind of play anyone who wants to challenge me at this point. Okay, so queen c2 is interesting. I think it's just a normal developing move, but I am just gonna play knight c6 and develop. Here, the one thing you don't want to do as white is play d5. Because you know that when your opponent is attacking on a flank, you want to counterattack in the center or on the other flank. Usually the center is a better area to counterattack in. So if he plays d5 here, then like knight e7 and he has nothing in the center. It's just like free reign for me on the king side. Okay, so he castles queenside. So he's kind of just running away from me. Okay, I now have to close the center because I don't want him to counterattack me. And I have to try to push on the queen side instead. Okay, knight d2, good move. Let's see what I can do. So I have a couple plans. I could go for like this, a6, b5. Or, yeah, it's actually not too easy to go for an attack on the queen side here. The good news is he can't really attack me on the king side. Got too much space there for that to really work. I'm gonna... Gonna play knight f6, so it's kind of flexible. I want maybe d5. I can also try to develop my bishop, just to kind of play flexible, see what he does first. Okay, knight b3. This is asking for a5, a4. I don't think you need to, like, in this position, I don't think you need to go knight b3, just because you really want to start, like, attacking on the king side, which is obviously the side you're attacking on, because my king's here and your king's there. So, knight b3, so he plays c5. So here, I am a little worried about d5, so I'm just going to play d5 and close it up. So yes, that does kind of destroy some of my chances here for an attack. I think I can play b6. I have a good pawn break there. I think I'm still doing fine. He has nothing going on the king side. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So you guys might think maybe like my king's a bit unsafe. It's really not. It's just he's not really doing that much to it. Okay, so he is setting up some ideas here. So I'm just gonna... So here in this position, I have this bishop, which is kind of locked in by my own pawns. So I'm going to trade these two bishops because his light square bishop is not blocked by his pawns. So I'm just... It's kind of like an equal trade. It is a little better for me, though. Knight takes d5 looks like a blunder to me. Yeah. Yeah, oops. That's unfortunate. So now I'm just up a piece. Yeah, that was a mouse slip. That's unfortunate. Okay, so he still has an okay position. But, I mean, basically anything I do here at this point is winning. Okay, so since I'm basically going to win this game, how do you guys like the stream so far? Do you guys have any suggestions? I know I kind of messed up the layout. I put like a hello message over the chat, so kind of messed that up. But it's my first time. I'll try to get it right next time. I do prefer making YouTube videos over streaming a little bit, just because, I mean, I am live right now, so, but let me know what you guys think of my stream so far. How often would you guys want me to stream? Like, I'm thinking every 2 weeks is good for me. I don't know about you guys, what you guys would like. Just let me know in the chat, okay? So I actually have f4 coming here, which would be pretty devastating to his bishop being like blocked. Okay, so knight b3 doesn't actually attack a5 because of my knight, so I'm just going to play f4. And if he takes, like, his bishop can go there, but yeah, see, if you just look at his bishop and it's just like stuck, so that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so I'm just going to go e3, try to trade something, activate my knight a bit more. I think he has to go rook d2, protect and protect. Knight e7, knight goes there, probably there actually. And now everything's just kind of supported, and I'm just going to slowly grind my way to victory. The only thing I have to watch out for, obviously, is not to flag, which would be pretty upsetting if I did flag. But I'm good for now. Okay, so if I was hanging, which I missed, but I think I'm still good. I get to take d4 now. He cannot go rook d1. I mean, he could go rook d2, but I just moved my bishop. Hi, Kwampai. Okay, I'm just going to move my bishop back to be safe. If this pawn on b2 was to be gone, we have a tactical idea of knight c3. But obviously that's not there. So here he plays g3. He wants me to take so that his bishop can like get out. But I'm just gonna play f3. Now his bishop's still stuck. Um, now I have to figure out what to do. I am getting a bit low on time. I'm gonna talk a bit less. It's probably gonna play g4. That's just natural. Okay, no, he goes after my pawn, which is probably smarter. So if he takes with the rook, I take his knight. So that's fine for me. Thank you everyone who is watching right now. I really appreciate it. If you came here a bit later into the stream, I made a bet with my friends that I wouldn't get that. Well, they bet that I wouldn't get 10 viewers, but I hope I do get 10 viewers. So if you guys have any friends, just let them know I'm streaming right now. So if I win the bet, I think I get some money. So that would be good. Yes, I did miss rook takes b2. Okay, but as you guys probably know, I'm not really calculating right now. I'm just trying to play good moves, and that usually works, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for the next person to challenge me. If no one wants to challenge me, I'm just gonna look for a 3-minute game, and it'll definitely be a lot less talking in that one, because I have to think more. Because I'm gonna have like some FIDE master opponent or something. Oh, thanks for muting. I mean, I'm pretty sure the stream is lagged, like, so I'm not really sure that's too big of a deal. I'm pretty sure they already, like, addressed that with, like, the lag in the stream. But thank you for doing that. Just play a 3-minute game? Okay. So just look for a 3-minute game. Sure. So sorry, counterproductive ham. I've played you like twice or something. So I'm just gonna play a 3-minute game. Okay, I'm against some 2296 from, I believe that's Poland, but correct me if I'm wrong. So this is an Italian game. We have this variation. I don't know what it's called, but I don't like it. So this is all theory right now. This is all theory. And here, this move, the idea is to try to trade pieces because black is down upon this variation, but he has a lot of counterplay. And you'll see very shortly if he plays this correctly. So he didn't play it correctly. I'm sorry, the love of 64 squares. I don't have time to play a 10-minute game with you. That's not ideal for me. Okay, so he's played this kind of wrong. He doesn't really have a great attack here, which is good for me, obviously. Him playing it wrong. Okay, so I get to trade a lot of pieces here, and I'm up on time. So I think I'm going to win this one, guys. I mean, not to call it too early, but this is looking really good. Like, he's down a pawn, he doesn't really have much for it. Okay. If he takes, I'm going to take with the pawn. I want to control these squares. Even though the pawn is kind of weak, I'm okay. Okay, so I need to protect b2 so my bishop can move. Yes, I will apply to be a streamer on chess.com. Right now I'm just kind of like learning how to do things, testing it out, seeing if I like it really, because I'm not sure I will continue so much with streaming. Streaming is kind of less flexible than like YouTube, like videos in general for me. I'm gonna play Rook D1, try to trade some pieces. Oh, dang it, double attack. So I think it's just a bit more flexible. Yeah, I can stream on YouTube, but I think that's kind of lame. I don't really want to do that. Um, okay, bye Grandmaster Noob. Yeah, they are pretty much the same thing, but yeah, it's just I might as well just stream on Twitch if I'm streaming. I don't really care. Sorry, YouTube. I just tend to think of YouTube as like more like videos and like more flexibility because you like I have time, so then I'll just work on a video. Versus streaming, you kind of have to set time aside and can't really like change your schedule per se. Okay, so again, thank you everyone who's watching. I'm glad we're staying like somewhat steadily at like 6-7 viewers, which is pretty good for me. I don't really have high expectations. Alright, so I'm up a pawn in the endgame, but it is kind of drawish. So here, my plan is basically gonna, flag my opponent. Because he has 30 like seconds and I have a minute 45, so I think I can flag him. Well, he just blundered his rook, so that's unfortunate. Okay, nice. Rating went up 9 points, that's always nice. Okay, I'm gonna wait a bit. Does anyone else want to challenge me right now? If no one wants to challenge me, I'll just keep on searching for 3-minute games instead. Try to maybe get my rating up. So as you guys probably know, I'm not very old. I'm just a teenager. So right now school has not started for me. Yeah, 6 and 7 viewers is pretty good. Yeah, thanks, Kwampai. But school hasn't started for me, so I might stream like every week for like the next 2 weeks or something. But then after that, like maybe every 2 weeks or once a month. It all depends on how popular it is, what people want. So I think maybe I'll do a video, well, not a video, a stream, where I try to make it to 2300 blitz again. I made it there, but I just keep dropping. Okay, good luck, the love of 64 squares. Thank you for challenging me in 3 minutes instead of 10. So as you guys probably know, this is a 1-hour stream. Oh, thanks for telling the guys in the club. By the way, guys, I have a club called Energetic Chess, if you guys don't know that already. Um, I believe the link is on my profile, and I believe I should have linked some things on this Twitch channel, but just it's just called Energetic Chess. You can go check it out if you'd like. So this turned out to be a Benoni, but it looks kind of weird. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, okay, so now we're in like some theoretical variation. I don't know which variation, but we're in a variation. Okay, so here he kind of made a mistake. I played a6 to play b5, which is a very typical idea in the Benoni. But playing b3 doesn't really stop that. You should probably play a4 instead. Stop b5. So b3, I'm just going to play b5. I don't care if there's any tactics on the long diagonal. I'm good. I'm good for now. Oh, well, now I'm going to go for this tactic. So if he takes on e4, I go bishop takes a1, and I'm good. Well, by good, I mean up material. Okay, so he's thinking for a little bit, understandably, because there is really no real way to, like, stop that. So probably bishop f4 here. Okay, bishop f4 would have been better. If bishop f4, I have to move my bishop back, but... So in this position, I think I can just go c4. I've created a connected passer. I think I'm going to win this pretty easily. Okay, 93. That's pretty nice. My only question is where are you going to put this c1 bishop? Okay, I think he just hung d5. If I take and he tries to like use the pin, then I can go knight takes e3. So I think I'm good here. Why not knight e4 instead of b5? Yeah, you're right, Kwang Pai. Just shush. Yes, I missed that, okay? Okay, so now I just get to trade some pieces. I'm up the exchange and I think a pawn. I haven't really been paying attention. Yeah, I'm up a pawn and the exchange, so I think I'm good here. Just get my pieces into the game and they should do the work for me. So I would like to trade queens, but I'm kind of struggling to do that. Well, he just let me trade, so yep, I'm gonna play here and take the open file. Rook d3 is coming. Well, I'm gonna check and then go there. a3 is under attack. I'm gonna take it. He might go e4, and I'm gonna get that pawn. I'm just gonna check him for fun. I don't really know what that check does. I guess he goes e6. I just kind of block this pawn. That's never gonna promote. Yeah, he's trying to promote, but I don't think that's gonna work out. Okay, so I just blundered the exchange, which obviously isn't ideal. But I'm still winning. Because he has to stop c1 and then I get his passed pawn. Next moves are just boom, boom, boom. Push the pawn down the board. Yeah, there's not really too much he can do here. Give one last final check or something. So there's no stalemate because he still has that h3 pawn. So I can comfortably mate him. Well, maybe not comfortably. I'm not too good at this. Well, got a mate in one coming, so not too sure. I think he has to go king h2. Yeah, why don't I just like... I better not flag. Like, I'm just gonna go here next. Okay, that's mate. Good game. Rematch. No rematch. I need to play Tiger Wrestler. Thank you for challenging me. Good luck, even though you've disabled chat. Okay, we have the Alekhine's defense. I think it's like Al-Yechen's defense in Russian or something. Don't quote me on that. Queen takes d6. This is a very unpopular line. I don't actually know what to do here. I believe I just developed my pieces and I should be fine. No, in this position, I cannot play c5. He has queen e6 check and then he moves the knight. So I'm not actually winning. Knight takes c4. Really? I think what he thought was if I take, he gets to fork me, but it's a bishop, so I cover that square. Sorry, no draw, no draw. Okay, yeah, now he's just down a piece, which is quite unfortunate. Let's see. What is he gonna do? That's a free pawn on c7. Next, I'm just gonna go bishop e5 and trade pieces. So I won a pawn on c7, and now I'm just gonna give it back because I get to trade pieces. So now queen d4, I'm pretty sure I trade pieces again because he cannot move his queen because the queen was eyeing h8. And now I'm just up a rook for a pawn, I believe. Yep, I am up a rook for a pawn. So this is pretty easy. So I did start my stream a couple minutes early. I just want to test like audio and stuff. But technically I'm gonna go offline in about 10 minutes. So if anyone has any last challenges, anyone else who wants to play me, now's the time. Just challenge me and I'll try to fit maybe one or two more games in, depending on how long each one is. Knight takes f2. If I take the knight, then he gets to win a pawn doing that. But I take his rook first, intermediate move, and after he recaptures, then I take the knight. So because of that, that tactic doesn't work, so now I'm up 2 pieces for 2 pawns instead of 1 piece for 1 pawn. And now I just throw my knights forward and, well, he blundered the rook, which is unfortunate, but okay, that's GG. Good game. So you want a rematch. Let's see if anyone else wants to play first, okay? I'm just gonna wait. If no one else wants to play, then I will play you. Okay, well he canceled the challenge, but we'll just wait a little bit. Just wait for like account for the delay. I've already played you too. I'm just gonna wait for anyone else, okay? Anyone else. Tiger Wrestler. Same people. Alright, I'm just gonna wait. Is there anyone? I've played all 3 of you guys. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone else wants to play. Okay, you want me to play against randoms? Sure. Randoms it is. Here we go. Okay, so this is National Master, whatever his name is. Sicilian. I gotta make sure to play fast here and not flag. So this is all theory so far. We get this same knight or flying. Why does everyone play like this? This is not the best like move order. Queen d2 first gives black a lot of different options like to play differently. I play the same way each time, so it doesn't really matter for me. But against a different opponent, it could allow some other variation. So this is all theory so far. This has all been played before. I know this. So here I don't want to take that bishop, even though in many cases we go like knight g4 to take it, just because the knight is actually a pretty important defender on d5. So don't really want to take that. And his bishop's not really doing much. So, okay, knight c1. think I think this is fine for me though. I mean, typically if black enters like an endgame like let's say the queens were gone here, if black just enters the endgame like that, black's totally fine. Like at least from my point of view, I'm just happy I didn't die to like some crazy sacrifice. So if I'm still in the game, then that's great. Queen d3, he wants to trade, so I guess I'll just go into the endgame. Again, this is totally fine for me. I can even castle queenside. Castle queenside, I have almost all of my pieces in the game at least. I am up by a little, like maybe 20 seconds on the clock, but okay, I'm gonna play knight b6, so there's no knight c5 shenanigans. I am again up on the clock, which is very important in blitz especially. I'm just gonna play rook d7, double up on the d file. Man, I'm thirsty. I should have gotten water before I started streaming, but we're almost done. We've got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I'll just probably let the last game finish and then I'll say goodbye for the day. A5 and bishop a6. Sorry, I wasn't monitoring the chat too closely. I don't know which moment that was exactly. Oh, never mind. Okay. So this is interesting. I'm just gonna hop in to c4. Okay, he does that, which is annoying, but now I cover c5. There's no knight c5. There's also no knight a5, so his b3 knight cannot infiltrate my position. And I do have this idea of a5, a4, which I will play. a4 is coming next. I also have bishop a6, like ZIXIQ mentioned. Alright, rook d3, a4. Don't see why not. Takes? Can I take? Oh, no, I can't. Bishop c5, trying to take. Rook d1, stopping that. Bishop d5, trying to take that. And just activating my bishop in general. Okay, he initiates that trade. So if I take on a2, I think that's okay, right? I don't see why not. He cannot trap my bishop with b3 because that just simply doesn't work. Bishop c4, I'm expecting this. King b7. He's very low on time. I think he's just gonna... Well, his knight's trapped, so that's unfortunate. Okay, that's the end of that game. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna play one last blitz game, and then that's gonna be it for today. Okay? Thank you guys all for watching. I will try to maybe take some clips or maybe the whole stream, it all depends, and post it on YouTube as well. So you guys can watch it there as well. Maybe if some of your friends missed it, let them know. It's probably uploaded on Twitch too, but it'll be there on YouTube probably. Okay, so one last blitz game with Kotov VD. Another Sicilian. Way too many Sicilians today. It's not even fun anymore. Okay, at least we got this variation, which is... I don't know why people play it, because technically it's worse for white, but, you know. So if they go knight f5 here, d5 gets played. Thank you. I do think I did a good job. Really, he still goes knight f5, d5. Bishop g5. Okay. d4. Even though he technically gets to take and maybe quote-unquote ruin my pawn structure, I'm just better here. There's really nothing to it. I can probably castle queenside again. Should I do that? I don't know, and then like put my rook on the g file and attack. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm just gonna develop first though. So if he goes knight g7, I just go king f8 and then back. So that's not really a big deal. Oh, that was a misclick. I hope it's not too bad. I mean, he has f4 and stuff now, so that was a misclick. I did not mean to castle kingside. That's a bad move, everyone. I meant to click on my rook and then move it here, but now I'm kind of screwed. This is not looking great. So I need to like stop this stuff. If he goes rook g1, then I go d takes and attack that. So my bishop on c5 is actually doing pretty well. So queen h6, I need to defend f6 first. Queen e7 comes. So if he goes here, I go here. Sorry, I don't know when that would be. Trade the knight on c5? Maybe you meant f5. Okay. Trade the rooks. I don't want to get mated. If I trade the rooks, then I should be fine. I mean, my pawn on d3 isn't great, and he notices that. But I played d3 so I can, like, open up my bishop. Okay, can we have a repetition? Draw. Draw. I would totally take a draw here. I mean, I am up some time. Okay, that's threefold. Yeah, okay. Okay, I drew the last game. I think that concludes today's stream. Yeah, I ended up trading before the comment. So, I think that wraps it up for today's stream, everyone. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Maybe that'll be in a week, maybe a few days. We'll all see. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel, which is also just called Energetic K. It's the same logo. I believe it is linked in my About section on this Twitch channel. So make sure to check that out. My chess.com blog and my chess.com profile are all there. So just make sure to check that out. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.